Hello, everyone. It is the last mission in Bones in the Dust and Gallipoli. So I'm just going to let my lovely cast introduce themselves, and we can get into it.
What up? I'm Jordan. I'm playing the Italian in the battalion, Donnie Montragano.
Well,
I am Alex. I forgot our order for a second. I don't know why. I'm Alex. I also go by Xander, and I'm the Aussie in the posse, Lance Corporal Broden Fink.
and I'm Jack, also known as Split Guardian, and I'm going to be playing the baddie Trinidadi Corporal, Jonathan Holder.
Or as his yearbook calls him, most likely to be court-martialed.
You could fucking try.
You graduated?
And I am Atwas, and I will be your narrator this evening. But of course, before we get into the mission proper, how about we start with some words from the front?
We're interrupting thoughts with Donnie Montragano today. A letter has come in from one Archie DuPont. We're going to see what that is. Private Montragano, I've received word that you've been rash, irresponsible with the powers that be, and disrespectful at most. I recommended you because I thought that you might be a good hand with the PIT. I also know that you have been paired up with my companions, Holder and Fink. You do not have to like them. You do not have to be friends with them the way that I had, for you are not my replacement. But god damn it, you would listen to them. Do you understand? There are reasons why we do what we do, and handle these things the way we handle them. Swim the air, Donovan. You are on a dark path here. Talk to Bill, get yourself sorted, and be better. Ne sois pas stupide, canard. Hope you are safe. Archie.
Let us return to the journal of Lance Corporal Broden Fink. I don't like being questioned, even during the best of times. My earliest memories have more to do with silence than any childhood play. I've always been the stubborn one, but I'm not an idiot. When these rat-fucking top brass officers came calling, I tried to keep quiet to the point of passing under their eye. Failing that, I gave them quick answers without touching on things outside the scope of their most literal meaning. My exhaustion is gone. Frustration boils under my temples. Is that what the old me felt? Is this really what's beneath the rot of this war? Questions, incessant nagging? I feel as if there is a leash around my neck, strangling me and cutting into my flesh. I can't keep doing this. There's more to be done. I need to do it.
Dear Archie, hope things have been well for you, mi hermano. It's been stressful on the front, but nonetheless, somewhat successful. Somewhat. At least in what we do. I find myself struggling with the idea of being the highest rank, but I now realize I have to. Roland still has his sense, at least, when it comes to not fucking with the things we are directly opposing in the moment. Though, I do worry for your cousin. He's ambitious, wants to study the nightmarish shit we get sent out to get rid of, and understandably curious, sure. But an ignorant one, all the same. Don't worry, though. I'll look out for him. I always keep my boys alive. I miss you, brother. Hope I can see you again someday. Have a drink. Talk about all the shit we've seen. C'est la vie. mi hermano. I hope I spelled that right. John.
Thank you very much. Now, before we get into the mission proper, I believe that our new private, Donnie Matrigano, wanted to meet with his commanding officer, Captain Donovan Bell. So my question for you, Donnie, is how long do you think you waited before meeting with him?
Not long. Not long at all.
Like right after?
I like to imagine that as Fink left that room, Donnie went right in as well. Like a moment for them to
guys pass in the hallway.
A little pass in the hallway.
All right.
Not in a disrespectful way, but Donnie does come across as a bit unnerved by Holder. Or not Holder, Fink. Well, also Holder, but like Fink mainly as they pass by each other.
All right. Well, it seems that you are expected, I suppose. You knock on the door, you can't even knock a second time before it's opened, and you are ushered into Captain Donovan Bell's stateroom. Small room. He's got a desk that is covered in papers, books. You see one of those knives that one of the others carries with the etchings on it, this sort of wicked-looking blade. It looks like it's in the middle of being sketched. There are a number of like maps, old maps tacked up on the walls here and there, and Bell gestures for you to come in. Right, you wanted to see me, Private Matrigano. Please, take a seat.
Thank you. I had a couple of questions, if that's okay. Maybe just a bit of understanding. So we had come across an item, right? And this item was, excuse my French, this item seemed like it was fucking powerful. Like it seemed like something else. But we threw it out, and I can't go against what my higher ups tell me to do, but something that important, I just kind of want to know why we threw something like that out.
I will be frank with you, Private Matrigano. I am your commanding officer, but I am not in the field. I have on occasion gone out into the field myself, but I am not an operative like you are. I understand that oftentimes situations out there can be very different. They can be very difficult. And so, as a result, sometimes decisions must be made and actions must be taken that may not necessarily align 100% with what command always desires. And also, Private Matrigano, I don't know if I could tell you I wasn't there. You, at this point, know more than me about the situation. We've spoken, we've debriefed, yes, you've told me about it, but ultimately, I am your voice at the end of a wireless, more than a fields commander. Do you understand?
Yeah, yes, sir. I think I understand. I guess it's been on my mind because it's been making me think a lot about I don't know. I guess a particular situation. So, for context, when I was a kid, we moved into this apartment complex. About 10 years ago, there was some sort of murder-suicide, right? It was strange, it was odd, but, I'm not one against the supernatural, I'm not one against superstition. I have seen things before in my life. We were terrorized for about 3 years in that house before my Nona decided that enough was enough. Spoke to my mom, spoke to a guy who then spoke to a guy who had this sort of charm, and my nona at first didn't really like it because, we're bringing bad juju into this house. But then that guy talked to the guy who gave that thing to my mom. And then my mom brought it into the house. And then our problems stopped. And nothing bad really happened. And eventually we told my nona, but we nipped it at the bud, at the source. Kind of, that's where the problem was. So, if I was thinking, like, if I don't really think we're doing bad to do good, but sometimes these items, while they seem malevolent in nature, might benefit us towards the end.
I see. That makes more sense. I better see where you're coming from. What would be the best way to put this, Private Matrigano? There are, and you have benefited from discretionary equipment that has been issued to you. I understand this. The shields, from what I understand, was good for you, as well as the reliquary. There are items, correct, but then there are... I don't know how else to say this, but objects of will, of great power and great will that we have been encountering. And very much your line of reasoning is something that is quite in line with what those at higher command believe about this sort of thing. Trust me on that. However, there are certain... It's unpredictable, is what I'm saying. Many of the artifacts that have been brought back, we have been doing testing, myself and other units, in trying to figure out if there is a way to safely utilize these things, and at this point, I don't know if I have an answer to that. But, yeah. You are relatively new to this, Private Matrigano. Would you like an example?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Right. Bell will stand up from his desk. He's got like a very large like chest, kind of that has some pretty heavy duty locks on it. In fact, one of the locks doesn't really look like it's keyed to like a normal key. It looks like it's like this old like kind of almost bone looking thing, and he sort of uses the bone key to sort of unlock this lock, and you just almost hear this sort of hiss. And he kind of opens the chest, and he withdraws a spear. Now, you might have heard about this spear, not this spear, about a spear from your cousin. This is different. It is similar. It appears to be of a replication, right, of a make different from the original, as though some other group tried to capture at least some of the essence of the original. And so, as a result, and he sort of picks it up in his bare hands, it is quite inert, unlike the original article. However, it still has within it some echoes of the desires that the original spear does. Now, I'm going to hold this out to you, and I want you to pay attention to what happens when you take it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And Bell will hold out the spear on his palms. It is a heavy looking thing. The wood is this like dark, like charred, burnished kind of material. The head of it is this almost black looking iron. It doesn't look all that sharp, curiously, but it is certainly older than any weapon you've had to handle. But yes, he holds it out to you.
Donnie will take it. He's a bit tentative, but he takes it.
Donnie Montragano, please draw a card to check for corruption. Remember, you just draw a card. If it is black, you take a point of corruption. If it is red, you do not. Let me know what you got, and then discard the card.
Do I just hand it to you?
Yeah, you can hand it to me. That would work just as well.
Okay, handed it to you.
Okay. Yeah, Donnie. Your hands close around the haft of the spear, and you don't hear anything in your head, but you feel something. What does it feel like?
Feels like pins and needles for a moment, like very similar as like when you are sitting for too long and you stand. You kind of feel the rush of blood come back to your legs, but this is like different. It's almost like it's the opposite. Like you can kind of feel the life kind of like begin to almost run from you, like run from the tips of your fingers and your nerve endings and everything. Like the bone marrow almost feels like it begins to like scooch back away from this item. Donnie can tell that this thing is corrupt in nature, that this is evil. This is kind of beyond what we have for a shield and a little finger that scratches us when danger is near. This is different.
But after a moment, Donnie, the feeling fades, and it is just a spear within your hand. Bell sort of he's been like watching you carefully, sort of mapping the reactions on your face. He kind of inclines his head a little bit. Do you believe you understand?
Yes, sir, I think I do. And he's gonna try to hand it back, kind of quickly too. Like he doesn't want to hold it.
Yeah, Bell will sort of like reach out to take it and pause, and will say, "This has been authorized for use as discretionary equipment. Whether you take it or not is in your hands. But I have been urged to provide it."
And Donnie kind of thinks on that for a sec. Almost like the marbles are starting to thwack in there, you know. They want you to use this on the field. They want us to use this on the field.
Yes, correct. It is less potent than its originator, which rather has been, I suppose, who also makes sense, who has been misplaced. But yes, they do. Command is very interested in that. But like I said, it is your choice, Private Matrigana.
No. This. I think something like this needs to be put in the box and cast in the sea. I don't really. That's odd.
Yeah. Bell takes the spear. Then he will take the spear then from you and kind of almost hurriedly kind of like put it back in the trunk, dig around a little more, and take something else out. But yes, please continue.
I don't know what these boys have been through. I don't know what Archie's been through. He hasn't told me. Would it be okay if I were to look over the mission reports over the last 6 months? Just between, from where we are and where we're gonna be. If that'd be okay for me to be in the know.
Of course.
From now on.
Of course. Absolutely. Yes, definitely. And he'll sort of move over to his desk, move some things aside, start withdrawing like notebooks, papers, folios, stuff like that. Kind of get a pile of them, start flipping through them, and he'll pause with one hand on it, and then in the other hand the thing that he withdrew, and he'll sort of hold it out for you to take. This one is quite inert, quite safe. More similar to a reliquary or a tapping finger.
And Donnie will tentatively reach a hand out and take it.
Yeah. Yep. He drops it. You sort of open your hand. It is a wooden amulet, kind of on the smaller side, maybe about the size of an eyeball, which is sort of apt, because embedded within the black wood is a blue glass eye that's sort of like been carved in and recessed within it, and it almost seems as though it blinks at you. Donovan turns his back and starts busying himself with the papers and just... That is something that we managed to, in collaboration with a previous prisoner, our counterparts on the Ottoman side, managed to cobble together. I hope that it will serve you, or whoever among you ends up using it, serve you well. Now, and he sort of turns back around, hands you like a big sheaf of papers. I'm going to expect those back by... I'm going to have to expect those back every night. You can come back and take them in the morning if you're not finished, but every night they need to be back here, understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Any more questions?
Can you give my apologies to Holda and Fink? I don't really think they want to talk to me right now. I think I get it.
Believe you would be best in speaking to them yourself.
I'll take a little time then and look these over.
All right.
Captain? And he gives an Italian salute.
Dismissed,
and kind of
Private.
waits to be dismissed.
Yeah, dismissed. And as you leave, Donovan Bell slumps back in his chair and he kind of like flexes his hand a little bit, sort of like shakes it off, and like very very much like wipes his palm on his uniform pants. Now, unless anybody else wanted to have a pre-mission conversation, yes, no, we're good. In that case, I'll get right into our background and our briefing, I suppose. Now, it is early December 1915. It has been 4 months since the events on Hill 60, and 4 months since you as the unit have managed to terminate the bizarre phenomenon at its peak. And in the months since then, you have been mostly spending your time at bases, back home, being questioned, as was alluded to. Higher Command is very, very interested in the work that the PIT is doing here, and they have made that of the utmost clarity. But aside from the PIT front, the Battle of Gallipoli itself is all but ended. Allied powers troops are slowly being withdrawn, week by week, month by month. You've been defeated in all but name only, and it's becoming clear that even without these mysterious events, these anomalies, it would have happened. But of course, as you've experienced, Command is desperate to salvage something of value from this adventure. And they believe they found exactly the cutting edge that they need to break the stalemate on the Western Front. What they set out to do, after all. General Ian Hamilton was sacked, replaced by another general who was very, very adamant in quickly moving forward with evacuation plans. Bulgaria entered the war. Your hold on these tiny slivers of land becomes more and more tenuous. And eventually, the evacuation was approved. Beginning of December, actually a few days from now, ANZAC Cove is going to be entirely evacuated. All those lives spilt for that tiny little stretch of land, those pebbles at shore, raked by guns and shrapnel and fire. They'll be left there in the dust. However, that's not your concern. Your concern is that the PIT has been monitoring several mentions of, it appears to be a code word, a strange term called the Seven. That's been coming through again and again in Ottoman dispatches that have been either intercepted or otherwise decoded. And in these dispatches, it almost seems as though this Seven is key to both Ottoman war efforts and also seems directly tied to the phenomena that have been happening with more and more frequency. Not to mention that, but embedded in the dispatches are fragments of that ancient Greek that you have been seeing all this time, and that Bell has been working hard to try to decipher. Command can't understand it either, so at this point, they've washed their hands of it and told Bell to call his expert in. The PIT expert was sent to Ephesus in Anatolia, a very significant archaeological site, or so you've been told, with a missive to investigate a particular library, one that Bell and the expert believe that might hold either a better way to translate or just more information on the Seven, or whatever this is. And of course, given all that's happened, there's only one group of soldiers that Bell would trust enough to rendezvous with the PIT expert and assist with the investigations. Your mission is to reach the ancient ruins of Ephesus, find Professor Hassan Mulhani, the PIT expert, and provide him any assistance that he may need. So, and I did allude to this earlier, but it's difficult. There are a lot of comings and goings happening at this point in the war, and so unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your ideas of the term, your ride down the coast is a submarine. It is small, it is cramped, it looks to be one of the British-class submarines. There was an incident recently with some French submarine got captured, but at least you're fairly certain, at least you've been told, that the nets around the area have been keeping the German U-boats out, at the very least. And before we go too far into it, I'm going to pose our requirement and our question for the journey. The requirement is either 3 hearts or 3 spades. And the question is, how do you feel about everything that you've done in Ottoman territory here? So, yeah. Let's go ahead and resolve that on our way to shore, shall we?
Yeah, I'm feeling like introspective.
Yeah, I suppose I could get a little existential.
All right. Sounds good to me. Well, it's asked either 3 hearts or 3 spades. And as a gentle reminder, of course, you can put in more cards if you want. And we have been using, since we have people of rank, we have been using the optional rules of the person of the highest rank has the option, if he so chooses, corporal holder, to draw for corruption and then draw 3 cards and distribute them as you see fit. Is that an option that you would like to take?
You think? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. In that case, draw for corruption first. Tell me what the result of that is. And then draw 3 cards and distribute them, which I am allowing you to look at before that goes.
Okay. Alright, I'm just going to send what I pulled to you. Just so you know.
Alright. Okay, thank you.
And I'll go ahead and draw those 3 for everybody.
All right.
Cool.
And either 3 of one or 3 of the other. There's no way of us to know.
So
what you're gonna put in, huh?
Yeah, well, unless I'm getting
If you guys wanna confer first before cards are distributed, I'll allow it. You know my limits on that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling pretty introspective, so I'm you know,
Okay. I
feeling
see.
pretty thinky.
Yeah, pretty thinky. I don't know. I'm thinking once I pass around these cards, we might all be a bit emotional. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. So I believe last time we did this, I passed it to you, narrator, and you passed it to my chosen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and pass you this card, and I want you to send this to Fink.
I am.
Odin, a delivery for you.
I'm a versatile man.
Accept the delivery. I'm thinking that I get to keep the card. That's how this works again.
Yep. It's yours now.
Okay, so I will. All I'll say is, I feel like I could be either introspective or speak from the heart. So I'm good either way. I would love to know how the homies are feeling.
In that same turn, in that same thought, my dear narrator, could you send this one over to Private Matrigano?
Donovan, a delivery for you.
So you ever taken those Myers-Briggs tests?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shit always ends up being a little on the in-between between feeling and logic.
Yeah.
Just depending on
depending
on my mood of the day.
Yeah.
I could go either or.
Yeah.
But truthfully,
that's kind of how I felt this morning. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of feeling empathy today.
You're feeling a bit empathetical?
I don't know, Jack. How are you feeling? Like, how have you been feeling today, man? Sorry,
Honestly,
we'll get back to the game in a second. Just like one.
Oh,
just
no.
We're just checking in with each other as friends.
It's important. It's important.
Is this a logic day or is this an empathy day?
Yeah, like how have you been
feeling? Yeah.
I could go either or. I think, because I'm thinking about where everything is right now. We're thinking about where we've been, and I feel like if I want to keep a positive mental outlook here, I'd have to look a little more empathetically.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I think I'm gonna be a little too stuck in my head.
I feel like that's a good approach for the day. I honestly feel like I've been in my head a lot this past week, so it's nice to have a even ground of just yeah, man. Let's just be a bit more. Let's just hash it out. Be a bit more empathetic today, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the game. I guess I'll pass this card over to Atlas then.
Okay, thank you.
Solid on that. Yeah. Delivery for you.
So,
All right.
let me go ahead and just this right over to you, my dear narrator. Poop.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, just for the audience sake. That was just us checking in with each other,
Yeah, definitely. Don't read into it. Don't read into it at all whatsoever.
Nothing untoward going on there.
No,
Yeah,
definitely not. And
Zero.
I just want to say that, man, I love you guys so much.
2 hours.
I'm going to
Yeah,
start this
always.
out with sending a random card to Holder.
Ooh, to me?
Little old you.
Little old me?
What you got?
It's that one. I see. Now, I do believe you sent me an Ace of Hearts.
How about that?
How about that?
What a coincidence. We were just talking about empathy, man. Wild.
Dude, and it's
The
one
dice just
big
fall.
heart in the center of the card, too, so it feels like a love letter.
Only the best for you.
Thank you. And remind me real quick, the question was, how do we feel about everything that we've gone through so far, right?
Yes, and specifically everything you've done here.
I think I feel good. It's hard to tell sometimes, because it's hard to feel good at all these days. Even that wasn't even a laugh. It was supposed to be. It was a wheeze, if anything else. But if I really think about it, I think about everything I've done. I saved a little girl with my friends. We saved many people from horrors. I stabbed a screeching tower, whatever it wants to be called. I stabbed a servant of the master straight through the chest with its own spear. I did good things. Even if the ones that I do care about are gone. I just have to hold on to that.
I can't imagine how lonely you must feel sometimes, Corporal Holder. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Next card shall go to Lance Corporal Broden.
That would be the King of Hearts.
All right.
A lot of love right there. A lot of love.
It's a lot of love. A lot of love. I'd say that my biggest thing with this war has been, well, I've not really been involved in much from my perspective. Fink has been new, fresh. He thinks the biggest contribution this war and the way that things have affected him overall in this regard has been a very strange understanding of not just himself, but some of the people around him. He was thrust from basic training to the middle of a war, and well, that basically boils down to going from seeing people getting ready to fight to seeing people well into their fighting. And he feels like he understands people more, even if he doesn't understand himself necessarily. He understands people pretty well. I think that's been a big contribution, certainly. He's been, and the little he's seen of action, he's been a hunter for sure, but he's been, above all, since waking up, increasing his instinct in others. Or at least that's how he feels.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much. And of course, last but not least, Private Matrigano. Here you go.
Ah, the card that I put in.
Oh, how about that?
6 of hearts.
It's crazy. Whoa, we all got hearts. What?
all
Weird.
got
So
hearts?
wild. Oh my god. On that coin toss? Crazy.
You know what, guys? I love you.
I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Fucking,
Remember, the
you
narrator
know.
loves you.
Okay, yeah,
Very
shut the fuck up.
much.
This is a bro moment. Everyone, come on, huddle up, huddle up.
The narrator can be a bro too. Come on, get in here.
You know, I think I'll even weigh that because this is hearts, you know, and hearts.
Mhm.
When burning cards have to do with relationships, emotion, and connection, I think I'd say that Donnie feels embarrassed, a bit humbled, even to an extent. He has not had much time to do any of this. He has not had much time at all. There is there's something odd, and there's a feeling that he has to fill in his cousin's shoes, but he doesn't realize just how big those boots were before Archie left. Kind of feels like he's got to prove himself to some extent. But ultimately, I imagine that he tried to strike conversation in those 4 months, especially after reading like the mission reports, being able to kind of himself catch up to see what exactly went down, why they are on edge as much as they are, why Fink feels unsure about everything that's happening now, because as if he was just planted here, and why Holder doesn't feel like he should belong in this position. It's all starting to make sense. And ultimately, Donnie feels bad. Not in a pitiful way, but more in the way of like, fuck, what have they been putting these boys through?
You know what else is included with the mission reports? Archie's a pretty good artist. All sorts of sketches of...
I forgot about that. I forgot
Yeah.
about these.
Yeah. And he included some of them in the reports of things that otherwise couldn't really be described. So make of that what you will. Alright. Thank you so much, fellows. You have succeeded on the journey phase. I'm very happy for you. Right. So because you are members of the PIT, once the journey phase is over, you can choose one person to receive a card from that journey phase.
Did we give up the card that we each got for the journey? After the ones that we doled out? I forget every time.
They do get burned. But
Yeah.
in this case, because you're PIT members, one of them can be
gets
kept.
to keep
and
it?
then-
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
So without, Fink only has one, but yeah, I only have
Give it
because I advanced. I
Yeah,
advanced.
I'm currently sitting on so I'm getting rid of the 6 of hearts, right? I'm giving that
Yeah.
back to the discard. Okay. that's
Yeah.
where
Well,
I'm at.
give it to me, because I'll then distribute one of the cards to you once you
Okay.
decide whose it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I chose not to advance
Okay.
because this is the last mission. I wanted Donnie to sit at, he's currently sitting on 6 cards right now.
I wanted to make it as hard as possible for Atlas to hit me, so
Give it to Broden.
Yeah, I think Broden needs a card. Like I
Right.
mean I don't really know what I'd want to advancement if I could. I can't anymore because we're in the game. But
Yeah, we're in.
I don't want to advance him right now.
I honestly, I don't expect John to survive this fucking last mission, so I didn't bother advancing him. But
All right, I'll take the card if you're throwing it out there.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Pass me
narrator.
the king and ace, and then we'll see
Yep.
which
I'll
random
pass you my
gets sent
card,
over.
narrator.
I might have already discarded the ace.
I'll find it.
Go
Yeah.
digging through the stack. God. what is
Listen,
that?
if I could do it
Amateur hour,
myself,
Corp.
if I
Amateur
could do it myself,
hour.
I would already be picking through the trash.
I'm gonna
before
swing.
I'm used to it.
I'm gonna swing. Bitch.
Oh shit, he's swinging. No, stop. He's
Yeah, you
already
want some of this
dead.
too?
Oh god.
God.
Oh, the
Alright.
And that was
Lance Corporal Broden, here is your card.
What year is it? What's my name?
Don't worry about it.
Thank you for the card.
You're quite welcome.
I will wield it well.
Chomsky. My name is Chomsky.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You smacked me so hard I went into a previous life.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Your previous life's name was Chomsky?
I don't fucking know who he was.
What were
man.
you,
Don't-
fucking gnome Chomsky? Like, who the
That's
fuck
what I'm
is-
saying.
Yeah,
No,
like,
A
I don't
linguist?
I don't fucking
Oh
know.
my
Yeah,
god.
my past life was Brick. He bullied Chomsky. Held him
The
up by his
Brick's got
ankles and
words
watched all
for
of his
you.
pocket
Which I was about to
change.
say, like, which is fucking impossible for you to be gnome Chomsky because
future.
he's not even born yet.
Yeah. All right. You succeeded on the mission. We've done the PIT thing. I can now say more words about the discretionary equipment that was issued. The Ebony Eye, a wooden amulet in the shape of a human eye carved from dark wood, grants 2 automatic successes to investigation rolls unless the soldier is looking for evidence of the arcane, which instead imposes a 2 target number penalty.
Who has the
using
highest
amulet.
investigation? Oh, sorry, continue, Atlas. Continue.
Yes, using the amulet makes the soldier more inclined to keep secrets unless they have 3 or more corruption.
Give it to Holder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hand it over to Holder.
Wait, who has good investigation though amongst us?
I have 5 in investigation. Like I've got like 5 dice to roll with if I'm keeping one in the chamber.
Oh, I only have
I'm not
I have
even trained in
4.
investigation, I don't think.
Oh, okay. I have 4 to play with while keeping one in the chamber. Actually, here's my thing.
Yeah, good. I think you might be thinking what I'm thinking right now.
I still think it should go to Holder.
Yeah, I think so too.
On the extremely likely grounds that he has he's either unaffected by the corruption thing, but the main thing is that, like, with the lowest investigation should still go to him, so he can, like, at least cover our, because we're actually good. We have a good amount of prep.
That's kind of where my brain
Yeah.
is, because it's like Donnie has a way higher chance of just like being successful in the first place.
Yeah.
But if we give Holder guaranteed 2 successes to something that's not an arcane thing, oh dude, like that's 2 successes are good. Like that is
2 successes are pretty fucking solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like your guts are already fucking like pumped up there, so it's like,
Yeah.
shoot for it, shoot for the stars. Like I would even recommend, like, shit, like at that point, if you're doing investigation rolls, don't even keep one in the chamber, just like fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Straight up.
Corporal Holder, I have added the Ebony Eye to your inventory. It's in the data section. And before we go, is there going to be any other shuffling around of fetishes?
I mean, I have my skin cloak that is the super stealthy one, but I've been kind of leaning on Broden Fink being a terrifying specter hunter through the night, so I'm not giving that up for the
Love it.
world.
Love
No,
that
that's
for
solid.
him.
I
character
would like to
development.
ask to keep the shield
Okay.
And the reliquary.
and the reliquary, just for Matrigano fire reasons.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Uh,
your smarts again, Donnie?
2.
2. Okay. Yeah.
The reliquary for its actual effect would be probably best on, like, me. I have a smarts of 3.
Yeah, because you can use it twice. What's your brawn at right now, Holder?
My brawn's a 4.
And Donnie?
My brawn's a 3, though.
Okay, Donnie
I do
has.
have the cards to up the brawn right now.
Can you
We
only
started the mission.
You already started the mission. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
already
we started the mission.
You can only advance between. I'd say, because what you have the shield, which heals us, right? And which you can, like, sacrifice your brawn to heal us of
Yeah.
brawn damage.
And that's every time he gets attacked.
No. That's only if he sacrifices his brawn points willingly.
If he takes 1 brawn damage,
Oh.
brawn damage as an action in combat, all other members heal 1 rank of brawn.
Yeah, so,
So
that
if he
that's
takes
him.
1 brawn damage,
Yeah.
other members.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's not if he gets attacked. It's the same thing as the reliquary. It's like you have to take.
For
so, like-
this one, it could be either he gets attacked or if he gives it up
Oh,
himself.
that changes things.
That's
Yes,
that's
because it's
different
just
from what
if he takes the brawn
okay.
damage.
we
Interesting.
clarified that this
Okay.
time. Good, because
Okay,
we were. It
cool.
sounded like 2 missions ago that it was firmly on the grounds of it has to be you at the spend the point like the other items you spend points
Yeah,
on.
it's a little difficult, and
Okay,
but the
well,
other
that's
thing
good for us.
is that the damage that you take, it can be prevented or healed by burning a card, as well, while
Yeah.
still incurring the effect. So,
So not to be, like, good at this game or anything, but here's what I'm thinking.
But-
Since his shield can be triggered by him taking damage in that case to heal us of damage, if we're dealing with undead, he'll never be able to take damage and heal us unless he like siphons his point in there of his own volition.
Which, honestly, me having control over that is
Which is good.
Big. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know what I'll say for now? I think for now, let's say that Holders has the reliquary until we're closer on the scene, so we can better anticipate what we're most likely going to be dealing with, and then we can hand it over to Donnie if we feel like if like not like in the moment. It'll be like, let's actually get there before we decide here who has the item.
Mhm.
Let's
Okay.
let's actually get some intelligence on where we're going into before we make like tactical decisions, because if there's no undead there, that is moot.
Okay.
Yeah, because like the thing with that is that if any undead shoot Donnie's tank, and I've been thinking about this, we're probably gonna lose Donnie.
Okay, wait. So
Like,
let me rephrase.
that's-
Let me rephrase. Let Donnie hold on to the reliquary just for
Yeah,
now, but let's
that's my
actually
thought.
make the decision once we have intelligence about the situation we're getting into.
Yeah, because it's like if his tank gets hit because he
Yeah.
only has 3 brawn, he loses 2
Yeah.
he loses 2 physical damage per turn once he's on fire. And the chances of me like making those rolls to put myself out,
No,
are
you're
really
good. Yeah,
fucking low.
it
So
makes sense.
he
Yeah.
would just
Like, the
would
only
die.
way Donnie would survive that shit is if somebody else had the shield and was constantly
Yeah, that's
getting
true.
hit and saving him.
So that's what we'll do for now then. And we would have healed any residual damage from the last mission on
Correct.
by now. Yeah, okay, good.
Correct.
Just making sure. Good. All right, cool.
solid. I'm here for it.
Aces.
I'm
All
ready.
right, we are free to move on. We close all those things out. Right. Thankfully, despite the very cramped quarters within the submarine, it stinks of diesel. And men. It's pretty terrible, but it's not too long of a journey, and as a result, you don't have to worry about any errant artillery or other ship fire, or even really other submarines getting you. But you make it to shore. You disembark, and you are told that you are meeting someone who will take you further in towards the library itself. Now, where you are disembarking, it's a small, well, not small. It is a city called Ayasoluk, and it is by the ancient ruins. The ancient ruins of Ephesus are kind of like sort of right outside of it. Trouble is, Ayasoluk is deep enemy territory, and I'm talking like people stationed here. Enemy territory.
What time is it?
I would say it is probably. No, I mean,
I can't
what
imagine.
do you guys think would be
I was gonna say,
better?
I can't imagine they'd send us on this type of mission in daylight. Like, this is straight up behind enemy lines, infiltrating a place. Like, it feels like this is a night operation. Like,
Perfect. Okay, I like that.
sorry,
good with
what?
that? You guys good with that?
Now I'm not because of that reaction. I'm a little
Well,
scared. To
I
be
guess
honest.
I guess I rescind my question. It's nighttime.
No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's nighttime, guys. Hey, listen, in every sense, it just makes sense to go at night.
Mission makes sense.
Makes sense to go at
Just
night.
makes
Hey.
sense.
Hey,
But
look at
your
us.
reaction to that, I'm a little scared now.
It should
A
make
little?
you feel good that our dear friend here is happy.
It was completely innocuous and it was completely other reasons.
And
Uh-huh.
anyway,
Our fear aside,
Corporal Jonathan Holder stepping up onto a secluded beachhead sure feels familiar, doesn't it?
that it does.
You know what else feels familiar? There's a cart waiting for you. 2 carts, actually.
what?
Are they fishy? Fishy
Are they
carts?
fish? Are they filled with fish? Not that I would remember this, but
Not that you can tell from this distance, at least. But there are 2 carts waiting. They're both one is being driven by someone of a slighter frame and hitched up to horses, and it looks like this person is pretty pretty impatient. You can see jiggling their leg, kind of like, sort of like looking behind them, like over into the tree line, sort of down the trail a little bit longer. It's your ride, babe.
This is okay. I know the drill. Just doesn't even say a word, just looks at the others, jerks a head, makes his way over to the cart.
All right. Yeah, you make your way over, and as you sort of approach, you see the person sort of like, kind of like jolt almost in surprise. It was like sort of as they're swiveling their head back to look at the beach, like you guys suddenly show up. It's not Renaud. You're a bit farther away. Renaud's up north. You've kind of went down south. This is a different area entirely, but Holder, this young person has got to be like maybe 15, 16 years old. He looks just like the fucking kid from Gargara.
The one who...
After a moment, no, it's coincidence, but looks just like him. Odd. He perks up and he kind of like looks over you all and just raises an awkward hand and kind of gestures back towards the carts. One of you is going to have to drive.
Why?
There's only enough room in the bed of the cart for 2 people. There are 3 of you. I need to drive one. Somebody
Fine,
else needs
fine.
to drive the other. There's
Fine.
clothing.
Shut the fuck up, kid. Fine, we said okay.
Relax. I can drive the cart. It is fine. You drive the other. Lead the way.
Yes. There is local clothing, other such things. Just be quiet. We'll get through town. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. He sort of
That it
more
will.
says to himself. than
What is your
anything
name, boy?
else. Boran.
Boron?
Yes.
It'll be okay, Boron.
I hope so. And he will set his shoulders and wait for you two to get into the bed of the cart, throw a tarp over. There's no fish here. It's mostly like vegetables, fruits, just food stuff, some sacks of grain here and there. And you start going.
Yeah. My little finger isn't tickling me around Boron, is it?
Nope. No, not at all.
Okay, cool.
It's it's not too long of a journey. Kind of from the little cove that you landed in, you could see the lights of Ayasaluk sort of a little further down. It's not too far away, and so it doesn't take long for you to be almost. You hear voices in Turkish, and you would obviously understand, Holder, that as you sort of approach kind of like a checkpoint, there's some it looks like they should be off-duty Ottoman soldiers. They look like they don't want to be here. One of them smoking like a big fucking pipe. They kind of like the youngest soldier kind of like perks up and starts to like move forward. The CO with the pipe just sort of like smacks him on the shoulder. It's just like sit your ass back down. We're not doing this, just waves you on through. Because you succeeded on the journey, you do not have to contend with Ottoman border guards.
Love that for us.
Just gives him a small wave as we keep going. Gratitude.
Yeah, Boran kind of like, he waves at the older soldier. It actually looks like they sort of know each other, kind of like, at least in passing, just, you know, some pleasantries, as you pass by slowly. Oh, weather's good, etc., etc., so on and so forth. And
Speaking
you...
Turkish, have a great day.
Yeah, exactly. Hope
Man,
you
that
get off
guy
your
had a
shift
really
soon.
weird accent, huh?
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
That guy just said have a great day. He didn't sound Turkish. Who the fuck was that?
Where's he from? That's such a weird dialect.
It's such a strange dialect, that guy. Let's stop his cart. Let's check him.
There's so many different cultures from like within that exist within the Ottoman Empire that it's not strange to have a variety of different languages and accents.
Nah, he's a spy.
I mean,
Shut the fuck up, the both of you. Quit tempting fate, I swear to God.
Want me to run the incident? I'd be more than happy to.
No.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Okay.
As the corporal, as the highest rank, I'm gonna fucking order the both of you to shut the fuck up.
Yes, sir.
All right. Boran sort of takes you on the more the outskirts of the town here and there. You can see lights, you can see people kind of going down the street. You see a very I think there's probably like a pub or an inn with like a garden. You can sort of like you mostly Holder, you'd be able to sort of look this sort of terraced area. You can see like a group of Ottoman and German soldiers just getting piss fucking drunk with each other, and you make it through without incident. You circumnavigate the majority of the town, and as soon as you start leaving it in your dust, Boran just kind of like, you from behind see him just like visibly just sort of like sag with relief. And as you kind of crest the hill and start going towards what you assume are the ruins of Ephesus, you two who have been in the bed of the cart. Whose cart are you in? Actually, I'm curious. Are you in Holder's, or are you in Boran's?
Good question. Are we one each or two in the same one?
Up to you.
Two in the same cart. I imagine that Donnie probably got in Boris's cart, mainly because in the case that they suspect Holder of anything, he's not going to be in that cart getting checked.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah, that's fair.
Broden is in Holder's cart, because in case things go bad, I need to pop out of there and start killing people, and then protect the corporal.
Donnie, you just feel like little you hear a little thump 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 on like the canvas covering, and Boran kind of like he's turned back, he like flips over a corner, just flashes you a little thumbs up. You're good now.
Cool, thanks. And he
sort of like waves a hand back to Holder, thumbs up. We're good.
Going back, gets out of the cart on the thing to let Broden know he's good.
Broden gets out. Broden has slipped on the skin cloak and is visibly shivering, but, gritting his teeth.
All right.
Almost as if Holder doesn't see him. It's that night.
The moon kind of continues to rise to its zenith. It's fairly clear tonight. How about I'm curious. Who wants to roll me an investigation check? Or actually, all of you roll me an investigation check. We'll see who gets the most successes.
Well, we know Holder has 2.
Solid. Cool. Roll 5, keep one of the chamby. Wow, fuck you. We're gonna do that again.
Much better.
Oh, okay, that's better. That's a lot better.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Yeah, I'll reroll 2.
That's not bad.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's
8.
3 for me. 6.
We got 8
8
total so far. I'm just gonna roll both
Fuck
of
it.
my 2.
Fuck it. Yeah, might
Just
as well.
go for it. There we
Solid. All right.
Solid.
Okay. 333.
go. 333.
Make a wish.
9 ain't a bad number.
Angel numbers.
9 ain't a bad fucking number. 3 for each of us.
That's a really good sentiment, Private Matrigano. As you all see it at the same time, what looks like a shooting star, almost, streaking across the night sky. Except it's coming closer. Except it's in pursuit of something. And as the cart travels down the road and you see this bright light streaking closer, you hear the roar of airplane engines. And sort of flying across the stars, you see a normal plane, but then pursuing it, one that is very much on fire. And it is chasing it in that sort of dogfight manner. The non-flaming plane kind of like shudders a little bit. There's like a little bit of a retort from like the machine machine gun that's mounted on it, but it looks like it is being forced down to the ground. And as it draws closer, you can see through like the flickering light coming off of the as the flaming plane dive bombs closer, it looks to be a plane in, it's not in Ottoman or German livery. So it's not the plane that's not on fire is not an enemy plane, and it kind of manages to like glide down shakily, kind of wobble a little bit, and then come to a bit of an abbreviated like halt. Like it touches down and skids a little bit in like the field and on the road like just ahead of you, and you see like it start to smoke a little bit, and you see the pilot kind of like struggling to get out.
What's the flaming plane doing?
The flaming plane looks like it has pulled away, and it looks like it's going to circle back around and make another approach.
I'll go.
Go.
Fink is gonna, with the cloak on, he books it as hard as he can towards that plane, because the one that landed looks like it's not an enemy plane. You said, yeah.
It's not an enemy plane. It doesn't have any specific livery on it, but as you approach, you can see that the pilot is wearing a French uniform.
Yeah,
like sort of has the blue hat under like the bundled up leather jerkin and all that, and like the flames are starting to like lick up from the cockpit, and he's kind of like struggling. Yeah. It looks like he's been twisted in.
Yeah, Broden's trying to like beat feet to get there as quickly as possible and get there to help this pilot and drag him the fuck out before and possibly into a good hiding spot before he'd be seen by the next pass of the flaming plane.
We're still driving, right?
Unless you want to stop. I'll say probably, Boron probably is, like, once this crash happened, kind of, like, came to a stop, as in, like, a holy shit, I don't know what to do type of thing.
Yeah, reasonable. I'd say fuck that. Before, like, Broden says, I'll go, and Holder's like, right, and speeds it over to the crash plane, so he has less footwork to do. Just get out, grab the guy, put him in the thing, let's go.
Lance Corporal Broden, could you please roll me an athletics roll? Pull this
Absolutely.
fella out. See how quickly you manage to do it. Just the more the better.
Also, I think I'm having crazy fucking deja vu, but didn't we see this before?
There was a flaming plane.
There was
the remains. No. We saw something very much like this with the first fucking mission.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Okay. Keep one in the chamber. That is 2 successes.
Damn, you got a lot of shit in your athletics.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna re-roll 3. So 2 successes.
That's still... Go ahead.
There's no way that me, like, driving him closer helped in any way, right?
It's still enough for him to be able to get there pretty quickly, and you sort of the plane is it's a small sort of deal. It's like canvas winged. It is and I guess you would know this, having recently gone through basic training. You get quizzed on all sorts of whose equipment is this, who does it belong to. It is a Moraine Saunière L, a little canvas winged French reconnaissance plane. And the pilot, with your help, he is cursing up a storm in French. He's sort of like kind of like trying to leverage some of his weight against what looks like to be like a sort of crushed section of cockpit, but with your help, he'll manage to break himself free before another strafing run occurs. He kind of like, and he was very startled when you showed up as well. It's like you came out of fucking nowhere, but he kind of like claps you on the shoulder. ANZAC, very good.
Keep low. Now,
Doc.
come on.
Yep.
Yep. And making back for good cover, with the French soldier.
So, fellas, our good friend the Flaming Plane is faster than you are.
Yes.
So unless you can think of something, we're gonna be going into combat.
Well, my thought is
Okay.
that what's around us, first of all.
It is a fairly, you're on like a fairly kind of open area. You're kind of like surrounded by some smaller, like, I guess more local fields. You're on a dirt road heading towards the hills. And there is some wooded area, but it's sort of like farther down.
Here's my question then. This is going to be a deciding factor for me. Is the combat contingent on it seeing the pilot escaping with me, or are just the fact that there are cars traveling on the road, period, what the Flaming Plane is going to attack? Because if it's down to me, if it's down to Broden and the Frenchman, I have an idea. But like if it's just like because the cars are visible, that's what I'm wondering. Like
yeah, I'm gonna be level with you. It's gonna strafe you no matter what. It sees targets on the ground. It sees the plane. It's on the plane landed. It's gonna strafe you guys.
Fuck me. Okay.
Evasive maneuvers. Fucking, I got a pip in transport.
might be a good call.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. In that case, how about we take 5 so I can get this set up, and we can go from there. Sound good?
All right.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds good.
A plane is strafing you. Yeah, that's about it. Who wants to reveal a card for initiative? Wrong music.
Oddly fitting,
That's
though.
Really?
that sounded like music for being strafed by a flaming plane.
Shit, I can go back
Unless
to
you
it.
had a
That's
better
fine.
track for
Wait,
it.
wait, let's hear the other one.
Wait, which one were you gonna do?
This one is like a 4-minute long track that has a lot of build up, so we'll see. We can honestly just switch back to the other too.
Let's do the other one. I like the immediate. It feels like, oh, I'm being chased by a burning plane, and that we're fighting a plane from the ground, that's on fire. Yeah.
The modern dragon.
I'm already scared.
All right, it is time for
Is
plane.
this the other one that was? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of started in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right,
Oh man.
you are on 2 carts. Dirt road, both sides fairly open ground. Your French pilot just landed. His plane is beginning to smoke. Broden, you pulled him out of the plane and started to usher, and this flaming plane has circled around and it is bearing down, and it is going to strafe you again.
Yeah, I think the moment Fink realized that the plane's gonna go for the carts, regardless of what it sees, abandoning his plan of just like ducking low to the ground and throwing the skin cloak over both him and the Frenchman as hopefully some form of cover, just realizes gotta get back to the fucking cart. And doesn't. What rules do aces go by here? Are they ones?
High.
They count as
Aces
high?
are
Good.
high.
Aces
Oh,
are
yeah.
the highest.
Then good. I have an ace of hearts that I will absolutely play to go first in this
All
combat.
right, absolutely. You choose who goes first. I will say the French pilot sort of like wheezing. It looks like he's taken some damage. Like he's limping a little bit, but he says, "There is a machine gun on the plane."
The plane that's about to blow up.
There is a machine gun.
Okay, it is his turn. Get to the fucking cart. Cart now.
All right. Our good pilot fucking books it to the cart, which, Holder, your cart is the one that was going. Boron's cart, the one that you're on, Donnie, stopped. So you're a little bit behind. Yeah. I'm gonna say our good pilot, Jean-Claude, he throws it to you, Broden. It's your turn.
Broden is going to look back at the... Okay. Would it be an entire combat thing for my turn if I just wanted to see if I could glean roughly how long that plane might stay intact before it goes up? Before, it'd be in serious peril.
That sounds less than a major action, so, yeah, how about you roll me? I'm gonna give you options. You can give me mechanics, knowledge, or investigation.
I'm gonna do investigation.
Okay.
I have a pip in that, and, 4 guts, so I'm gonna roll 4, keep 1 in the chamber.
Sounds good. Nice.
Okay, it's 2 successes. I'll re-roll those last 2. 3 successes.
Cool. 3 successes, that's enough for you to be able to... you were pulling him out, so you got, like, a pretty good look at it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the urgency was just the immediate panic of the pilot, like, holy shit, I just had to crash land, there's smoke coming up. It doesn't look like there's anything on fire.
Okay.
You might hazard that, if anything, it's less, like, in terms of imminent... this is gonna go up, and more of a... This thing was on the cusp of, like, overheating and going up, but now that it's landed, you're probably better.
Okay. Then I think he takes stock of the machine gun, and he's gonna run back to the plane to hop on the machine gun.
Let's fucking go. This time, you will have a machine gun in your inventory.
Finally. Okay. Now, here's the question. Even though there is distance betwixt us, if they could they hear Broden if he's yelling from the plane right at the carts?
Yeah,
if he just begins yelling at them to just start opening fire for the hell of it, can we warrant a fries for the table, or am I going to be alone in my machine gun pool here?
Unfortunately, somebody has to drive a cart.
Oh, that is true. Yes, Jack?
I mean, I'm having thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear him.
I'm having some late thoughts, which is good because now we're recording.
Light thoughts.
Like, some late thoughts here. It's night.
Yeah.
For one. We are a bunch of ants to a plane at night. We barely could be seen. And
it's not that high up,
I will raise my hand to get in some context. Planes at this point, and aviation at this point, it's pretty low fucking altitude. The main ways that planes are utilized in this war generally started off with, like, recon and, like, taking pictures. They don't fly that high up.
Yeah, we're less ant-sized and more rat-sized to this plane, I'd say.
Right.
Even
like New York rat.
Yeah, like thick rat.
Trench rat. Yeah, thick rat.
Trench rat.
3 C's.
Dog-sized rat.
Well, actually, wait, before we go anywhere else, let me ask this. If I am shooting out with a machine gun, what's my target to hit? How many successes will I need?
6.
We need to get somebody off that cart, and I think we need to abandon the carts and
yeah.
Yeah, like it's get that kid down and in cover, and then we maybe take the attention away from the carts in general, possibly.
Yes, Jack. You have words, you can use them.
I wanted Jordan to say it because he seems to be in the same fucking hat that I am right now. I didn't get to finish my statement. Like, yes,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm happy because you're in the same fucking thought process as me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it might be able to see us, but it's night. There is the cover of night. We could try to hide in some sense in the darkness of it all, but it will for sure see these carts, and these are horse-driven carts, I'm assuming. Some kind of animal-driven cart.
Yes.
If we get out of the fucking cart, send them off on their own, it gives the plane a target. It thinks that we're on that cart. If we successfully hit a sneak roll,
With I like where your head's at, because logically that makes sense. I will just put out there for the two of you to keep in mind, this is a flaming plane. Who knows what senses of perception it utilizes to detect its targets? But I like that because it at least keeps the kid and the carts moving. So if I think if Broden yells out that he's gonna start shooting, if you two want to hop the fuck out, get out of the wagons and get those at least moving down the road so he's not locked up here. I agree, because he's probably going to get gunned down otherwise, and we're going to engage with it.
How plausible do you think it'd be that there are like sacks of things in there? What if we just put a shirt on the sack and then like send it on its way so it looks like
we
there's
don't
a person?
we don't have time for that.
I know. Just a thought though of like, how plausible do you think it'd be?
You have about 5 seconds before that gun probably goes off, so I'd imagine it's
Awesome.
a quick action.
So fries for the table. We're
Yeah, Atlas, can we do
abandoning-
fries for the table if we do that? Can we fries for the table?
abandon thine cart.
If you abandon both carts completely, then yes, I will allow you to fries for the table.
And specifically, get the go like, yeah, and get the cart just to keep moving with the animals. Just get them going.
Yes. I will say, if you try to do that, Boron's just gonna bail from the cart and like run away. Like,
well,
on
we'll get
foot.
one. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. We'll get one cart
Okay.
moving at least.
Okay,
as
cool.
long as we're away from the carts, because they are the most like visible targets here.
Awesome. Boron bails from the cart. Holder, you fucking get your cart moving. You bail, and yeah, feel free to fries
And-
for the table, but you have to hit 6.
I want to stay like for sure.
Hey,
The holder stops that pilot from getting in the car. He's like, "All right, no, fuck that." Hits
run
the
for
thing,
cover. Run for cover.
Grabs the guy.
Mouth,
"I'm
mouth,
not doing that."
All right,
Cool.
so fries for the table, boys.
That's the table.
Roll it, babes.
Rolling 5.
Let's
Keeping
go.
one in the chamber.
All right.
Awesome.
Why did you roll as Archie?
Yeah, do you have Archie's sheet open?
Oh my god! I opened up the wrong character sheet. That is so funny. I was like,
Anyway,
that's weird. Why do
that
I-
never happened. That
That
was
didn't happen.
stricken from the record.
Archie's not here.
No, he's not.
I'm
He's in
still
a
rolling 5 and keeping one in the
Different
chamber
place.
though. He's somewhere else.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll.
Good thing you kept one in the chamber.
Good thing I kept one in the chamber. Here we go, and we are going to re-roll that 4.
Okay.
Okay.
It's 2 successes. I'm gonna roll.
Successes.
I'm gonna roll 4. I'm gonna roll. No, 5. Keeping one in the chamber.
Nice, nice.
Okay. We're at 5 so far.
Do you want to save that till after I roll?
No, because it's only 2 dice, so I'm gonna not take the risk. I'm just gonna bump that 4 to a 5 so that we have a guaranteed 6.
6.
There it
Okay,
is.
Cool. And then let's
So-
see what you get. And I'm thinking that depending on augmentations, I might burn a card to.
Well, we'll need 3 over if we want to augment with the machine gun. but-
yeah, yeah. I want to see what holders are gonna get 1st
Mhm.
before we.
Yeah,
do that.
totally.
Okay.
1.
That's.
If
You could-
Hey, here's the thing. If you bump your 4 to a 5, and then I burn a card, that makes for 3 over what we need, which will give us like.
Well, keep in mind, 3 over is a critical. It by default does 2 damage. So like if we roll a 1 or a 2 on the d6, it's moot, but it could be a risk we're willing to take. So like
All
yeah.
I know is I'm not rolling that.
yeah, you're not allowed to.
Yeah. Hey, you don't have to remind me. I follow the rules. I've never said ever in my life ever. Quick question. This pilot, I doubt they have any kind of rifle on them, but I'm going to ask if they add to this prize just in case.
He already took
took
his
his turn.
action.
Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
pistol, but yeah, he's a little busy being shunted around by you guys at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, if you bump and burn, then we can try the critical and hope we don't get fucked.
Oh, the good old bump and burn, baby. The bump and burn.
Bump and burn.
I'll bump if you burn.
Yeah,
Bump
I'll
Donnie
burn.
Burns.
Donnie's gonna burn.
We have a
Cool.
machine gun, motherfuckers.
Yeah, this plane only counts as one target. The pilot isn't a separate target, right?
Correct.
Thank God.
Yeah, we don't need to spray.
I was gonna say.
Alright. Donnie Matragano, what do you have for me today?
So, I think because this is just getting started, I'm going to hand you a 5 of hearts.
Okay.
Where we really are on the hearts move today.
Yeah.
Relationships. I think more specifically, we're going to focus on him and his comrades as of right
Okay.
now. I imagine that within like the 4 months' time, do you think that they were able to make amends to an extent between Donnie and the others, coming
Between-
from a place of
With Broden,
Yes.
no.
no?
Are you asking
well-
us?
Yeah, he's asking us. With Broden, no.
Okay.
But it's not visibly so. He'd be like, "Sounds good, mate. Yeah, gotcha, and understood." Like it would be like a nod and like a, you know, he's not giving you active hostility, but I'm letting you know, I'll peeking behind the veil. He's still thinking, "I'm ready to shoot and kill Private Matragano if it feels like he's going to jeopardize the mission." But he's not actively hostile towards you. So I'll let you interpret that for Donnie however you will. But I'm letting you know, player to player, he's not good with you, but it might seem like he is. So.
Okay. Yeah, so with the 5 of hearts, it's not super intense, but yeah, you go for it. You go for it. Just Donnie did come to you guys with a humble sort of apology of like, I did not understand before, but I've read all this and now I do, and that sort of thing.
With Holder, yes, they would have been
Okay.
able to make up. It's not going to change the frustration that Holder has, and he would tell Donnie that straight up. He would not like hide anything from the man. But if Donnie had told Holder about like holding the spear and understanding from that point on, Holder would have even regaled him of just like, I held the actual fucking spear, and that's why I was telling you, you don't want to fuck with this. But like in a much nicer way, as nice as he can make it, with like some, you could tell he's fucked up, but he's not trying to take it out on you. It's
But I
just
think
coming out.
from now on, with this 5 of hearts that I'm giving up, he is going to, from now on, go against his better judgment to seek both of your approval.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Holy shit.
I like that a lot. It's tasty.
Oh, that's so creative.
I
Oh
just
my
wanted a little
God.
bit of insight over like how
Mhm.
those 4 months went before I like decide on that. But cool, solid.
Okay, then that means we bump to 3 over.
We've got
So,
a crit augmentation. Good.
I'm gonna roll the d6.
Don't fuck it up.
Motherfucker.
No fucking way, dude.
Can you burn a card to re-roll that?
Can I burn a card to re-roll that?
You can draw for corruption to reroll that.
I would happily draw for corruption to re-roll that. Happily. Happily. Okay, drawing from the deck, just one
We
card.
love you, narrator.
Yes.
All right.
We love you.
All right. Do I return the card to you?
Yeah.
All right. I'm returning the card to you right now.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
What did you get?
I may re-roll.
You may. You feel that squeeze on your shoulders from the cloak that you
Mhm.
wear.
Mm-hmm.
It's warm for a second.
Good.
Oh!
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh. Probably shouldn't yell so much. Oh shit.
Inspired. Lance Corporal Broden, inspired. Congratulations. Through a combination of covering fire and then Broden, you getting up into that smoking plane and manning the machine gun. 6 damage. That just takes it out. Completely. 100%. and as this sort of you sort of like wrestle the machine gun into a position as it sort of like strafes forward, you manage to catch it in the crossfire, and the plane falters and it nose down into the ground. It like plows into a field, leaving a furrow, and the fire begins to like kind of like burn into even more of an inferno before all of a sudden just sort of like dimming and extinguishing, leaving nothing but the charred skeleton of metal that was once the plane, and charred bones that was once the pilot. And sort of in its last throes, you hear just the faintest chuckle before, in the last dregs of a scream before the bones slump forward and then crumble into ash, and the plane is rendered inert. Congratulations on fucking pulping the flaming ace. Everybody involved in the combat draws 1 card. Holy shit. Good job.
I get my card back. Yeah.
You get a card back.
Y'all both get your cards back. This isn't laughter, so I should be able to do this. I think Holder has like a small like flash of how he used to be in this moment. Just going, yes!
Oh, holy shit!
just celebrating. Yes! Yes!
Fucking like shaking Holder a little bit, like just fucking shot it down. He fucking shot it down.
Fucking rushes over to Broden. Just like, yes! Good fucking shot.
Huh. He like looked down the machine gun like, I don't recall using one of these before, but it felt right. Felt nice.
You did it. Yeah, you need it when you needed it. You got it.
Yeah.
Fucking
yes.
plane down. You shot
Yeah.
that fucking plane down.
I did.
Just shaking you again.
Nice covering fire. Where'd the Frenchman go?
The French pilot, who had been like, his belly down on the ground, he'd sort of like had his pistol out and was like sort of tracking the plane, sort of leveling it on his arm. He kind of, having seen it gone down, he's sort of in the process of picking himself up and sort of brushing himself down. Walks over similarly. Hell of a show, you lot. Right.
Are
Thank you for saving my ass.
Yeah, are you good?
Perfect.
I see. How long were you being chased by that?
Longer than I would care to accept. I was trying to find a good place to land, and then this thing starts shrieking, driving out of nowhere. I was supposed to wait for a rendezvous, pick up an asset or something like that when necessary, and just cool my heels till then. But
Pick up an asset? What asset?
He sort of pauses, and he kind of moves the leather jerkin of his flying jacket a little, so you can see his
PIT?
collar. PIT.
We should. I guess we'll flash the PIT pins as well.
Every single one of us just shines it.
Were you here to pick up us or something else?
No. Well, in that case, I suppose I can be a bit more forthcoming. Our good professor, I was his ride out of this place, but
Oh, yeah. Well,
I haven't seen him
no,
at all.
he's. We're going in to find him right now. That's why we're here.
All right. I will say, as I was circling before I was being chased, I think he might have company in there.
What kind? No, in the library,
Okay,
Matrigano.
makes sense. Didn't know if anything was gonna hop out. We double rats.
Did you think
Right.
he was in the
Hold
fucking
on.
plane?
They travel in packs. I don't know.
Please, let the man speak. We need to know this information.
Right.
Yeah, the pilot sort of nods. Donnie Matrigano, you have gotten this look so many times in your life. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
But the pilot sort of like nods a little, and is just, last I saw, there were, I suppose, a squad going in, Ottomans, I believe. I could not get any decent intelligence, not from that high up, but I knew they were not ours. And I haven't seen anybody come out of the ruins after that, so
How
keep a lookout, I suppose.
Not ours. When you say that, you know what we mean by ours. Yes.
Well, right, not English, not French, not PIT,
Not what I
not
mean.
Indian.
I think he means, did they look, from your perspective, normal Ottomans, or?
From what I could tell, eyes in the sky, yes. I mean, I cannot get any, like,
Yeah,
deep
can't tell.
discerning.
Fair.
How
Yeah.
fucked is your plane?
Looks over
Good
at
question.
it, smoking,
And
fucked in the
you
ground.
know, he kind of like strolls over, kind of like rubs a hand on the chassis, pats a little bit. How are you doing, darling? Kind of like looks over it, climbs up a little bit into the cockpit, looks at the instruments, kind of like eases up under like the landing gear to get like a closer look at the area there, and she is serviceable. Yeah, once she cools down, I will have to make some repairs, but I should be able to fly at least someone out. I do not believe there will be enough room for all of you aboard, but I will at least be able to get someone out.
Well,
And
if we're getting the professor out, then at the very least, you can keep your end of the mission. That machine gun, does it, is that the only spot is manning it? It would be you piloting, and someone would have to be in the turret seat in order for you to pull someone out?
sorry, the machine gun, it is in the pilot seat. The pilot controls.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nose gun.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
You could strafe. You could strafe. if need
yes, absolutely.
Did it look like they had any artillery over at these ruins, at this library?
No, not that I could see. It was mostly just the Greek ruins, the columns, things like that. I did not see any the Ottoman encampment or anything like that. Just the men going in, nobody coming out.
Well, I mean, if you want to get your plane up and running, it sounds bloody fucking useful to us. If you want to get up in the sky and maintain your mission, I have signal flares. I'd be willing to shoot one up, or at least one of us could, when it's clear that it's time to get the professor out of there. Or if
Alright.
but if you want to, well, actually, I look to my fellows and I say, is it better for us to signal when it's time to get the professor out, or signal if we just need fucking help, like covering, like straight fire?
Holder looks toward the pilot. Do you happen to have a flare in your kit?
I have a flare, but also I have something a bit different, and he will sort of like hop back up on the wing and dig down sort of towards like behind where other kit would be behind the seat, and he will pull out a small basket. I do have a messenger pigeon, so if we need to send word back to one of the ships, my darling here could do it. She's a good girl. She has treated me well. He sort of like kisses the basket a little bit. So I could be on the lookout for a flare. You can send out one flare if you need, or some support from me, I suppose, in terms of picking someone up or fire. And 2 flares, I can let Mon Ami go, and she can fly fast and see if we could get any additional backup. No guarantees on that end, but it is still something, yeah.
You have enough information to assist a rangefinder that you could give that pigeon?
He kind of like, he pats himself down, and he kind of like reaches into an inside pocket of his like flight suit, and he like unspools a map and just kind of I do have I have some coordinates. Yes, they're not particularly exact, but I could potentially send them over if necessary.
If necessary, I think that it'll be very useful to have that place get shelled if it needs to come to that. So, especially from the boat. Right. Well, then we should keep moving. I take it, and you can do what you need to get your plane back up and running again, and try not to
I
get
will.
chased by any more flaming demon planes.
It would probably be best if you just stay grounded until a flare or two.
With all due respect, Corporal, that doesn't make any bloody sense.
He only has so much fuel.
How much fuel do you have?
The pilot sort of like affronted at like the whole, just kind of like strides over, puts a like claps Holder on the shoulder. My good friend, how about you leave the piloting to me, and I will leave ground operations to you. I will keep her warm and running, and we will be available to take off if necessary. Yeah?
That be. All right. That's
One flare. I am looking for you to come to me. 2 flares. I am sending off my pigeon to call down a strike, whether I see you or not.
Yeah.
Amenable?
And well, yeah. And if we need to get the professor out of there, be fucking quick.
You have got it, gentlemen. Godspeed and good hunting.
Right. Cool.
Stay safe. All right. Let's go.
Where'd the
Alright.
kid go?
Hmm?
Where'd the kid go?
He ran.
Ah, fuck. Right. Should we just take it on foot from here? How far is it?
We still have one more cart.
Well, how far is it? I look at the narrator.
So you guys haven't like left yet. The pilot will sort of like, kind of like, almost as if he was like trying to ignore you guys, but just kind of like strolls back over, flips out the map a little bit, kind of like squats down, puts it down, shines like little light.
Why don't they ever give us a map?
It is not as useful for you. I travel miles and miles. It's an overview like this. It is just
Fine, I
whatever.
get it.
Whatever.
Typically, we
Yeah.
don't need it.
Right.
Maybe a
There we
sketch
go.
or two would help.
Click, click.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You get sketches, and I do my best to send out photographs, but in a place like this, over there, flashes, looks as though he's gonna flash the light, kind of like covers it a little bit, jerks his head instead. We're a bit far behind enemy lines. It is difficult to get updated information. This is it is more of a civilian map than anything else. Right. It is, as I look through.
Mm-hmm.
Not all too far. Perhaps maybe a mile or 2 at the most. You could either walk or it's just down the road.
I was about to say, why even risk the cart? It's ruined. We can stick to the tree line and go through quieter, and maybe we'll be able to get a. If we're coming up from the road, then we might be seen. Might be better if we just cut through the trees. It's only a mile too. We can make that.
Are there trees?
Yeah, there's a tree line.
Like down farther down the road, closer to
Yeah.
your
Okay.
destination. There is,
Yep.
yeah.
Donnie nods to that, like he agrees with that.
Corporal.
Good thinking. Let's just get this over with.
Yeah. Good. All right. Yeah, I'd like to. I'm really fucking cold.
Right. There's a little half salute. Goes back to his plane, starts pulling out like from the back like a fucking repair kit and shit like that. He's got tools and he just kind of sets up and starts going. Off you go. Towards the
Yeah.
ruins.
Why didn't I become a pilot? I could have become a pilot.
Beats this, huh?
I mean, looks back at where the demon plane was streaking through the sky before he took it down. I mean, I like the stability of the ground, all things considered. Besides,
Honestly,
yeah.
I wanted to be a field mechanic.
You know how an engine works?
I know how to run one. Usually they teach you, but I was better of a shot.
I wanted to go into the medical field. Kind of like be there, like in the moment, be able to patch somebody up. But so those books, they give you, they're so complicated. I couldn't keep up. Not like my dad. No, like my dad was something else. He could put somebody back together after they were just blown apart. Because the apple kind of falls a little far sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, well.
As we continue, before we do, a fun fact from myself and the narrator to you: the average lifespan of a World War I pilot, as they got into dogfights and stuff like that, of a new pilot was about 20 minutes.
Fuck me. Oh my god.
This is like the birth of aviation here. This is like a few years out from like the fucking Wright glider shit. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
it's cutting edge at the moment. So it's rough. Once you're a good pilot, you're a good pilot, but getting there, yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's a whole
Which
thing.
means that Frenchman, fucking badass.
Why do you think he's such a cocky asshole?
Love him.
Oh no. I
All
love
right. So, scroll.
him. Every cocky asshole reminds me of Young Holder. Fuck. And he's not even old. What?
Yeah, how old
Might
is
as well be.
Holder? It's like 22, right?
He was 20 when he was enlisted.
Yeah, but like how old is he now?
I can't remember.
Oof. You didn't even give me that. That's just for me for free? Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think that one's just natural.
On the house. All right. Yeah, moving up the road, it's there's no traffic at all whatsoever, leaving the carts behind and sort of cutting through the taller grasses of the fields and then moving in towards the more sparse tree line. You begin to see reflected in the moonlight through the trunks of the trees, like glistening white marble columns broken down here and there, the fluted carvings, blocks of marble, crumbling structures and stuff like that. You have reached the ruins. You know that to get to your rendezvous point in the library itself, there's got to be an entrance within here somewhere. You've just got to pick through and locate it.
How much can we get done reconnaissance from the outside, from strafing the ruins from our tree line cover and taking a glance around from a distance to see what we can discern?
I would allow you to get with enough successes. I think that would be, yeah, I'd allow a general vibe of the ruins, and if you roll high enough, maybe see if there's anybody there. Anything to do with the library itself or the entrance, you would have to enter the ruins specifically.
I think it'd be just surveying the site first, so we know what we're getting into. What do you guys think? Group investigation?
Group investigation for sure.
Yeah,
I don't want to walk straight into another platoon.
Yeah, you get your auto 2 holder. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, I have a pip and I have 4 dice to work with, so I'm gonna roll 4, keep 1 in the chamber, I think, because I have 4 guts. Yeah.
Gonna roll 5, keep 1 in the chamber. Got trying to get a pip.
Ooh.
Okay, I got 3, so we're currently. Oh, sorry, I got 2, so we're at 3. We're at 5 right now.
Yep.
How many are you gonna re-roll, Jordan? Or are you just gonna bump?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll all 3 of them.
Okay, I'll let you re-roll.
Unfortunate. Oh,
no, you got 1.
There's
no. Then I'll just bump 1 of my 4s to a 5, so we get an extra. So we're at
What about 7?
7, I believe.
7 successes.
All right,
Yes.
I'll roll my just 2 straight.
Yeah, see if we got anything
Where
to
we're
that.
at.
Hey, 8.
8.
It is
8
not
total
bad.
successes.
That is
Not bad.
solid. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. As
Giving
you
me that eye was a real good fucking idea.
as you all sort of survey the ruins and kind of look for movements or any other activity, you do see what looks like a patrol of Ottoman soldiers sort of like picking their way through here and there. It doesn't look like they're speaking to one another. They're using hand signals of some sort, but the arc that they're taking is pretty obvious. I'd say easily avoidable. And after a while, it looks like they're passing by the same sort of area, what looks like to be a very lightly trodden, not quite trail, almost like an opening, like the smallest of paths to go by. It seems like they're passing by that pretty often. Otherwise, you have some general wildlife. You hear, the droning of cicadas, crickets, owl here and there, a mournful call out. Yeah, there you go.
I
The Ottomans, they're not guardians, yes? No pin?
Not that you could tell.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you'd be too far away to like really actually see.
Fink points at the 2 Ottomans, looks at Holder, hand signals, gestures with his knife inquisitively.
He holds up a finger in a wait motion.
I will interject, with as many successes as you got, like, it'd be basically trivial for you guys to avoid these people.
Yeah, well I'm
Okay.
more so asking on behalf of, like, if we make noise, do we want to make sure the outside is clear? If we get in and there starts being gunshots and we don't want people running in, hearing noise and shit.
Okay, yeah,
But
sorry, I just wanted to
Clear
make
out
sure I
them out of
wasn't
circles before.
leaving out information. Okay, sorry, continue.
But probably isn't going to be worth it from my end, but yeah.
With hand signals,
Mhm.
Holder is going to make 2 Fink. You get closer, look for a pin. If no, kill him.
Did the Ottomans with the Guardians wear pins?
They have
The
like
Guardians
their
wear
own like
pins.
they have like necklaces of like the
Necklaces.
split blue evil
Yeah.
eyes insignia
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
When he holds a pin, he holds the PIT pin
Yeah.
to look for the Guardian pin that you saw already.
He nods, Fink nods, and he kind of like keeps the cloak real tight. Yeah, I'm gonna nice and low sneak in to see if I can check them out from a better vantage point, much closer up, to see if I can see if they're wearing any necklaces.
All right, stealth roll as many successes as you can muster, please.
All right, 2 automatic ones right out the gate. Love that for me. And then I'm gonna roll 6, keep 1 in the chamber.
Nice. Ooh.
So I'm at 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna re-roll 5 of those. Statistically speaking,
Okay. That's worth it.
Okay,
good.
so I'm
We're
at
at 5.
I'm at 5 right now. 5 successes.
5 successes.
Yep, and I'm comfortable keeping it at 5, and I don't want to burn anything quite yet.
Absolutely. Sort of advancing slowly, keeping the cloak drawn around you. You can get close enough, and you see that this patrol of soldiers, they do not appear to be wearing any sort of unusual insignia, as you're asked to look for.
Then I will get back if I can, pretty easily. Or will I need to roll sneak again to get back?
I will say you're pretty successful. As you turn to go back, you sort of look up to one of the columns, and you see a black feathered bird perched there, looking directly at you, kind of like head tilted a little bit. Tilts its head again. It saw you. But otherwise, you can make your way back.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Broden squints very closely at that fucking bird. Just looks at it from his little hiding spot. He like cocks his head slightly.
It's a raven. It made like a very soft sort of caw. Tilts its head again.
And he just kind of like keeps moving. He thought about taking a shot, but that'd be quite loud. He gets back and he will relay that they're not. At least they don't bear any markings. We can easily ignore them, or we could take them out before we go in.
Donnie's like kind of having a moment right now, because he just got done reading through all of like the mission reports and whatnot. So there's a burning plane that kind of goes down. We show up on the beach. We get in these fucking carts. There was a goddamn bird. There was a raven. Do you guys remember the fucking talking bird?
Of course I remember the talking bird, but bro
That was
doesn't
in
tell
a
you.
different.
That was a different part.
That was a different
continent.
campaign.
Different campaign.
Different campaign. Oh my god, it sure fucking was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sure was.
No,
That was in
right
Europe,
with
That was
you.
another life. That was another life.
That was another life.
That was later in the war.
Yeah, that was for one. That wasn't
For some
one of
reason,
that.
I'm
That was-
feeling a bit
Yeah, it was.
morose. I don't know why I choose that word specifically.
Okay, never mind. He's not having a weird. Well, kind of a little bit, but like.
I think Broden will say, he said, with his hand signals, just being like, if basically the equivalent of like, if we're keeping quiet, like, we can get past them easily, we can get in, and if we try not to make noise, they probably won't even hear us. But if we want to keep the outside clear in advance, we don't know if there's going to be
Fight.
No, I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, we don't know what their rotation is. We don't know if they're expected to, swap out with any other. We don't know if there's more coming. We don't know. Maybe there will be. So, I think maybe while we guarantee safety at our back for a bit, maybe we just leave them. We can evade them easily. And besides, if we make noise inside and they decide to come in, well, there's only one way behind us that they could be coming, so we can at least be cognizant of new arrivals.
And we'll be inside. More than
Yeah.
likely, we can bottleneck them.
Yeah, so I say, if we can avoid them easily, let's avoid them.
Smart. And Holder will bring a hand out and just clap Fink on the shoulder. Not as brotherly as he'd like to, but still just smart.
Okay.
And we'll move in.
I saw a patch
Donnie, Sorry, continue.
I was saying I saw an area that I think looks promising. We should.
Before you move, Donnie, you see a bird fly in and sort of alight on a branch, sort of in one of the trees by where you are conferring. You two other ravens fly in. They also alight on other branches, almost surrounding you lot in a way.
I think
Let's
Broden
the one
instinctually
that
says,
made eye contact with you, it kind of like bobs its head a little bit and tilts it.
I think Broden, were this Private Fink, he'd have a different response, but this is Lance Corporal Broden who says, kind of like narrows his eyes and says, Private Matrigano, did you sneak fucking food onto this mission?
Not me. No, not me. Maybe. Ooh.
Do
One of
ravens
the
make
ravens
that sound?
laughs.
Yeah.
One of the ravens laughs.
Holder does not like that. Holder looks up at the raven that's laughing. Do I hear anything?
Do you want to know?
It's always the fucking talking ravens. It's always the fucking talking ravens.
And everyone hears this, and the raven sort of dips down a little bit, looks down its beak. We can see it.
Say what?
It's fucking
That-
wild.
What the
Oh,
fucking? What the fuck?
Your fate.
Oh,
I'd
Mulder,
rather.
like steals up at that, and I think both the others can see just like a
Yeah.
change in demeanor, and he leans forward, looks them dead in the fucking eyes, and goes, "No."
Corporal, these birds are fucking loud. We should probably go now. The
We
patrols.
need to go. Come on,
We need to go.
let's
Don't talk to the fucking birds.
I get to make some rolls.
Oh.
I get to make some rolls.
Never want to hear your fate, because that's what seals it.
All right. One roll for each of you. So,
use our psycho power.
I think we will start with the lowest target number. Donnie Matrigano, your smart score is 2. So that means I have to hit a 2 on this roll for fun things to happen.
man.
So that
Oh,
is
fuck me.
4, 5, 6, 7, keeping 1 in the chamber.
Get fucked, get fucked,
That
get fucked, get fucked,
is
get fucked,
1. We will re-roll 6 of them. All right, Donnie.
Yeah.
You are effective. Hold on to that. Next person.
Effective.
Affected.
Affected, yes.
Okay. I was like,
Next
effective?
person.
What does that mean?
Broden, we have got to hit a 3 on you. So we will start with 7.
Come on, the power. The power's too much.
1, 2.
No, the power's too much.
We will re-roll 5 of those.
Shit.
Okay, yeah.
I can't-
Yep,
I don't
there's
think we can stop it.
there's the 3. Broden is affected. Holder.
Hold on.
I've got to hit a
hold on.
6.
I'm going to just to dull my mind so this doesn't hurt me.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah,
all
he's-
right, all
he's-
right, all right,
he's
all right,
actually
all
done
right,
that.
all right.
You can't. We're a family show.
Live
the dice
studio
before he's-
live studio audience. Okay, I got 3.
yeah.
I can re-roll the 4.
Fuck.
Maybe I'll hit the 6. We'll see. Ooh, unfortunate. So Holder's not affected, but you two
Fitting.
are.
Fitting.
So Herald of Doom.
Oh, God.
The Ravens select a target and tell that target how they will die.
Oh.
Attack target smarts. TN is +1 for particular reasons, depending on certain things. Each Raven may only be a Herald's 1 character at a time. There are 3 of them, 1 for each of you. For each Herald a character has following them, all target numbers are +1. But before you can truly begin to move, one of the ravens sort of like swoops down almost in front of you, Donnie, and it kind of like flaps its wings. You like sort of feel the feathers on your face, and it kind of like swoops away and perches again, and it says, "Donovan Matrigano, interesting. You will be lonely and tired. The last one. Alone when you expire." And Broden, the one that made eye contact with you, you see its eyes glittering up in the branches, and it says, "Interesting. You will die. Loved." And it sort of preens its shoulders a little bit and stretches a wing.
Can I
The
kill
other
it?
one-
Just knife out and just stab my own fucking bird.
You can throw your knife and see if that hits.
It's in the tree.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's in the
sort of
tree. That's
perched
right.
above.
I thought it perched. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. You would have to hit a 4.
Yeah, no. I mean, I could, but I mean, like, I could easily do it, but
Come on.
We
Don't
gotta
let
go.
Fucking things distract you. Let's get out of here.
we need to go now.
Come on.
Beholder,
Hmm?
the one that looked at you, doesn't say anything. It just sort of looks. It just sort of looks at you, head tilted. It doesn't say anything either. You have not heard this particular one talk. Okay.
Fitting. I said no. Y'all should have said no.
Would have been
We
cool.
get the fuck out of there.
Let's go.
All right, boys.
Leave it.
I would like a stealth challenge roll. So all of you, I would like a.
I
stealth
thought
roll.
you said it was easy to get past the patrol, narrator.
It's a stealth challenge.
The circumstances have changed.
Yeah, I know.
And also,
Fucking
it's all of you. You're quiet. It's easy for you. These assholes, I don't know. They could be loud.
Fucking
I want
assholes.
at least for 6 successes, please.
Well, you have 2, so you guys only need to get 4. So
Yeah, so I can only either roll 1 dice and have one in the chamber, or I can roll 2.
I'm rolling 6, so I'd say just roll 2 for flat chance of success. Look, boxcars, baby.
I'm gonna wait till after you roll and
Allow-
see what I get.
Allow me to roll my 6.
Yeah.
Shit.
Not a single one.
What the
Roll again.
fuck,
I'll
dude?
re-roll the entire pool.
So where are we
Six.
at?
We're at 6.
We're at 6.
We're at 6. How many did we need? As many
6.
as possible.
No, we needed 6, so we're good. You're in the clear, but
All
you can
right,
still
then
roll
I'm
for
just
extra.
gonna roll them both.
Good thing
We're
you're in the
good.
clear.
Good thing we're in the clear.
Yeah. You make it through, and the group of ravens almost flies like in formation. They follow you, but it's luckily not enough to draw the attention of the patrol, and you can find your way into between the broken down columns and the blocks, and there's sort of the remnants of a facade, and this small trail kind of leads down through and into darkness. From what was described to you, this is the entrance to the Library of Celsus and where you are supposed to go. Now, it's not necessarily cramped. It's a darker passage that sort of takes an abrupt turn downwards.
I'll remind
where-
everyone that Fink has spelunkophobia.
Where sort of a the path, the grade of the path turns into stairs that start to spiral down and down into the depths of the earth. The cold stone walls of the tunnel and then staircase almost closing in around you. You feel behind you, and you hear every once in a while the flap of wings, the small hop of tiny claws on stone as your personal murder is following you down. And eventually, deep below the earth, the passage opens up into a room, more rough-hewn. The walls are a combination of stone and decayed paneling, kind of a like stone paneling falling off the walls, revealing the raw earth behind. And it looks like, I suppose, a library. There are two floors. There's what you came in on. There are more ladders and stairs up onto sort of a balcony, and there are shelves, brackets, stuff like that. It looks like there are books, scrolls, tablets, stone tablets, clay tablets on walls, so on and so forth, and you hear movement. You see along the balcony, you see like the flash of a lamp or a torch casting light here, and you see people moving about.
People.
Yeah, I'll probably be
People.
like to duck behind something just so we can operate with some discretion and not be seen.
I
Small
assume more Ottomans.
small question. And I'm just like, if I heard this right, while we continue to be followed by those crows, all of our DCs for rolls are added like 1 over, right? So it's like oh, if we had to hit a 3, we have to hit a 4.
Yes, correct.
Did that include our stealth roll?
It did. So
Okay.
instead of having to hit a 4, you guys had to hit a 6.
Hit a 6. Okay. Cool. Fuck that. So long as those things are following us, we might have to kill those fucking crows.
Well, how? without we either try to run and stab them. Yeah, well, there's 3. But like we don't want to start taking shots and we don't want to make noise. I mean,
yeah, the how is kind of what I'm stuck on right now. But
yeah,
like,
so
when shit gets like hairy,
when shit gets hairy, we'll probably take him out because if it becomes to now we're being loud, it's a great time to maybe take care of our personal murders.
great time to shoot a bird.
Why not just make peace? Bond with your crow. Make them know you understand. Eventually, you're gonna die.
Easy for you to fucking say. You don't have a crow that's hindering you. You just have a buddy.
I got one following me, but I told it no. You should have as well.
Insufferable.
Yeah, that's me.
Truly insufferable. Okay. You
Can
have cover
I-
now. There are people moving about. You can't see exactly what's going on with them from here without having to take a risk and perhaps being seen. What do you do?
I think there's an immediate curiosity that makes me understand Mazurgano so much. We're in the library now. There are books.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a look to see what some of these books are?
There aren't like too many within your reach, but there are a few. Sure. How about you roll me a straight d6.
Straight D6?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Also had an idea about like
A 3.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll say it in a second.
You kind of making sure to keep in the shadows. You sort of scoot your way over towards one of the closer like areas of shelving or tables or something like that. Kind of reaching out to grab something. It looks like you've gotten a I guess it's a book. It's more thin clay tablets that have been bound together with string, with twine, with rope, and as you sort of look through them, right, you were looking at a book, sort of having been able to lean in and grab something almost at random off the shelf. What you have is a bound collection of thin clay tablets, and as you sort of look through it, you see that this isn't any alphabet you've ever seen before at all. It looks like whatever impressions have been done in this clay. It looks more like little like V's or wedges or something of that sort. There's no way for you to be able to discern what is written on this. But you can tell it's ancient.
Do I have any kind of bag on me?
Yeah, of course. You definitely have a kit. Like you have your kit with you. You have a sack, like a rucksack and stuff. Yeah, no, it's yeah.
I think I'll go ahead and throw these into the rucksack and just take them with me.
Sure. Sounds good.
But yeah, other than that, guess we'll need to see what the patrol is here and who exactly is down here.
All right. If that's what you're looking to do, how about I get an investigation roll, I suppose?
From just me or from all of us?
I'd say pick one person to do it, unless somebody else is moving further in, if that makes sense.
Can I pause it for Donnie to investigate with you? Because I have 5. I've got 5 dice to play with if I keep one in the chamber for investigation.
Okay.
Yeah. I got...
Donnie's real good at that. It's real good at
You said do it with me? Because the narrator said...
Pick one person, or if somebody else is going to go further in, then I'll allow, like, 2 people to do it. Since that would sort of be, like, moving in and getting more advantage. But yeah, otherwise, pick one person if you're all sticking in the same spot. Because otherwise, I'm not sure how else you would get a benefit, if that makes sense.
Got it. So Donnie and Holder move in to investigate. I get 2 auto successes. If you want to go ahead and roll your 5.
So the 2 of you are moving in to investigate?
We'd have to do a stealth roll, weren't we?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Well, my man, you already rolled.
Well, he can do it from where he is, but if you want to help, you would have to move in and do a stealth roll, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry if I wasn't clear.
he can... let's see where he gets. Let's see where...
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
All right, we'll give it a shot here. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, let him cook, because we could also send Fink in if we need to.
I'm not going to fucking read. I hate that shit.
Well, you're not going to read. You're going to investigate. You're going to sneak. You're good at that.
He's cooking. He's got 3. He's cooking.
He's got 3.
We've got 3 right now, 3 total. I'm debating if I want to burn a card and then roll those last 2 and see if we can.
Let me double check something, see if I can give you something right here, right now.
Well, that was the investigation. That wasn't a sneak, right?
Yes.
No.
Correct.
Yeah. Donnie can't sneak.
So if we send Fink closer to sneak, which he can do very easily, that would be able to help.
All right, Donnie. You can't see if there's any pattern as to where the lights go here and there, as to whether there's like a patrol pattern, but sort of as you sort of maneuver yourself in and take a closer look, you see it's not familiar per se, but you've looked through the mission reports and you've seen some of Archie's sketches, and these kind of look like they sort of have like the same like rags and garb that the cultists he's sketched before have. It looks like a fairly large group of them, and one of them is definitely more I guess ornamented or like more heavily kitted out. You hear that their footfalls are a little heavier than the others as they sort of sweep the upper areas. It looks like they're digging through books, artifacts, scrolls, so on and so forth. So that's what I'll give you for the 3 successes. Anything more, you guys are gonna have to get closer.
Donnie's gonna he's gonna reveal that to the other guys as well. Just kind of regale that information.
Okay. Holder will signal everyone in close because he can't make this through hand signals, and just whisper, "We get the professor. We get the fuck out of here. Send up 2 flares. I do not want to deal with these motherfuckers again. And nor do you."
I'll go ahead. I'll go in. I'm already, kinda hard to see, and it's dark. Those birds be damned. I can go ahead, scout things out. I don't see why we should risk sticking together for moving around. We might just get caught and cornered. If things go squiggly, at the very least, he'll be at my back to come in and help. But I think I can take this if you might be smart for one of us to find the professor alone.
We'll come in and get you if anything goes wrong.
We will not be far behind you.
I don't want you fucking up my chances of getting through here quietly, so please take your fucking time, Corporal.
We will.
Besides, one bird is better than two.
And in that sense, can I look at Fink's bird?
We don't see them, do we? We just hear them kind of around somewhere.
They're around. I'd say if you like take the time to look for them, you can see that they've like sort of taken up. Like maybe one is on like a high shelf here, another is perched on like an ornamented like bust or something like that. They're here and they're watching you all. And actually, it's just the two. The third one that didn't succeed seems like it has fucked off.
Yeah, I'll go.
You do that, Lance Corporal.
Yeah.
We will be here. I don't want to split up too far because we do not know how many more there are.
No, but also, this place is fucking small. And the three of us moving around, it's probably... I'm not going to throw myself into a bad situation.
Give me a signal.
A signal? How?
If something is going wrong, if someone is creeping up on you and it is time to go, I want to know that whatever gunshot is not from them to some monster, but to you.
If it comes down to making a signal, I'll make sure you know the signal's from me, okay?
Just scream. Let us know so we can get you the fuck out of here.
How the fuck are you, Corporal? All right, yeah.
Because...
Okay.
Broden T. Fink. I still know who I am.
You know my middle name?
Yeah.
Shit. Well,
That's
no.
why I'm Corporal.
No, you called me T Fink. You don't know my fucking name.
I
You
don't
just
give
know.
a fuck. Get out there now.
You just know it. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's time for me to fucking Night Stalker this. Just
All right. First, really quickly, Corporal Holder, you absolutely can get an eye on Lance Corporal Broden's raven. It is a raven.
Can
Grab
I?
that bitch and just...
Can I attempt to communicate with it?
what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know yet. There's one of two options here. There's one, I grab it and snap its fucking neck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Pause on that. I was gonna say pause on the sneaking. No. Pause on that. Sneak first.
Sneak first. Sneak first.
Lance Corporal.
I was waiting for the other jack shoe to drop this session. I was like, when's the insane thing coming?
The fucking bonkers shit.
I'm fucking honored that the insane thing, the insanity is considered the jack thing now. It's an honor.
thing for a bit.
Consistently for this campaign, I'd say it's been the jack thing.
Consistently
Archie.
for every campaign I'm in.
Fair enough, honestly.
Outside of never going home.
Yeah.
All right.
God.
Lance Corporal Broden.
Yes.
Stealth roll, target number of 4, please.
Oh, fucking! I just need to roll 2 successes. Like
No, you need to roll 4. Well, okay. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. My
automatic.
apologies. Yeah.
I automatically
Yeah,
get 2.
automatically
yeah.
too. There you go.
Sorry, this item you gave me. Sorry, the cloak, the skin cloak.
You're welcome.
Yes, I love it. It serves me quite well. I'm gonna roll 6.
Thank Archie next time you write to him.
Okay, it's 1 success. I'm gonna just keep it easy and bump that 4 to a 5 so I can get the flat 4. No fuss, no muss.
Awesome. Yeah, you sort of begin to make your way forward. Hyper aware of the tons of earth and rock just above your head, bearing down on you. But it looks like the people who are searching here are mostly preoccupied with searching. If they are looking for company, they're not expecting company, is what I'm trying to say. You see four what look like scraggly people, emaciated, dirty skin, matted hair, wearing, kind of this odd combination of rags and almost vestments, and they're combing through, and there looks to be like there's one in charge, one who is wearing almost
people.
this like overcoat, who the others are sort of like bringing him documents every once in a while. He looks through some of them, like waves one away, no, that's not what we're looking for. But they're all preoccupied. So you, with just as a breeze of cool air, slip right by, and there's only really one way to go, and that is deeper.
I mean, deeper I must go. I must get...
Deeper you must go.
I must get eyes.
Aperture. A small doorway, made for people smaller than you. You'd have to like duck underneath the rough-hewn stone to get down, and as you sort of make your way into the corridor, you realize that it is pitch dark here. There's a door kind of inset here that you could open and go farther in, and I'll just say I won't have to like make you roll more. You can open it and you can like step through and take a look, and it is oppressively dark in here. It kind of like the darkness almost like settles into your lungs as you like take a few steps forward to scout it out. And if you have a torch, or I say torch, a flashlight, I guess, for the Americans here, the darkness almost swallows up the light as you flash it back and forth. What do you do from here?
I don't see any sign of where things... the darkness is too intense for me to...
The corridor like goes forward. You see that there are like branches here and there, but otherwise there's no evidence of other light farther down or anything. It's
no sound, no breeze, no smells.
No.
I think here's what I'm thinking. You said so there's I have the choice of two paths.
Yeah.
You said two
Yeah.
paths. Two paths. Okay. I'm gonna flip a coin.
All right.
All right. I did not realize which side was which. Let me double check that. I did. I used that's my first time using the coin flip command. Okay, I see. Okay, so that was that one was, that's the Foundry VTT logo. So I'm gonna say that was heads.
Okay.
And there's a dragon on the other side. So I'm gonna go with this is the Foundry app. So I was in my head I was thinking heads left, tails right. So I'm gonna go left.
Right. Left you go. You sort of head over. The darkness swallows the noises from your footsteps, which were muffled and muted anyway because of the cloak that you wear, and kind of looking along the walls. Every once in a while there are like torches kind of in rough holders here and there. They're not lit or anything, but otherwise it is very, very quiet, to the point where you can hear your own heartbeat in your ears. Corporal Jonathan Holder, you've got an opportunity to do some fuck shit.
Opportunity is all I need.
You have one opportunity before Lance Corporal Broden's Raven flies after him, so do what you will, I guess.
These are forces beyond my comprehension. As far as I understand, if I were to kill one, the rest would caw. I'm going to attempt to communicate with it.
How?
Why are you like this?
How?
As it flies toward Fink when he sets off. It's been a minute now. Fink's gone.
Okay.
The thing follows him. It'll fly toward him. It doesn't have a whole lot of room to fly. Just grab it
Mhm.
and pull it toward me.
Cool. Roll me an athletics check. Hit a 4.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll 5 and keep one in the chamber.
Realized my mic was muted. I made a very funny joke just now. No, all y'all got to see was like my pantomime shit.
Which was also very good. I saw the crunch and I was like, ooh, he's getting in there.
Tell me the joke real fast.
It's not as funny if I say it a second time.
He already said he's not repeating it. Stop
It's
stalling.
not as funny.
Roll your athletics.
Though I do think you should devour it. Teach the other fucker a lesson. Yeah? Then maybe that one will go away.
I'm going to re-roll
Perhaps.
4.
Okay.
It did not roll. Re-rolling 4. There you go. Hit a 4.
All right. Yeah.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Let's see it.
You kind of you reach out. You just manage to grab it by one of its flight feathers and yank it towards you. Now that you have a bird in the hand, what the fuck are you doing with it?
You know that thing's worth 2 in the bush.
I was just about to fucking say it. Explode. I'm trying to blow you up with my brain right now.
So fucking much. I love you guys so fucking much.
But I was thinking about that dumb fucking Halloween special from Shrek where Pinocchio was like, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. And his head like turns around, all scary
Corporal
exorcist.
Holder, what are you doing with this raven?
I think the first thing now that I'm successful with this and I have it in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
You're laughing. Both of you.
Stay out of here.
No, I'm watching the tableau before me, and it is highly entertaining. Yes, please continue.
I really need y'all to shut up, because this is a moment.
Okay.
He grabs this fucking thing straight out the air and pulls him toward him. I think immediately, other hand comes in, clamps the beak down.
Okay.
And he looks this thing dead in the eyes. He understands that this raven is intelligent, that it is of another worldly source. And the one that was looking at him outside shut up. So they are capable of that. So he looks it dead in the eyes and he goes, his fate does not matter. He understands he will die. Why not leave him be?
Okay. I guess roll me a communications roll, and I too will roll a communications roll, and we'll have it be opposed.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm re-rolling those 3.
Oh shit! Oh
Okay.
shit!
Beat a success, I suppose.
Oh shit! Oh! Oh!
I'll bump the one and burn a card for the other.
Okay. All right. What card are you burning?
Wait, why? So I'm so sorry. Not to interrupt.
No.
Why burn a card to re-roll it when you could just bump a second 4?
Oh,
Burning that card.
that's what I meant.
Silly
Yeah.
goose.
Hey,
Oh god.
hey man.
He's not a goose, it's a raven.
I don't know if you realize this, but I had to chug this family-friendly drink a second ago to make sure I didn't get ravened.
You didn't have to do anything but go off, I guess. Anyway,
Let
what
me
card
justify
are
my
you-
habits.
What card are you giving me, Corporal Holder?
Let's see. Let's go ahead and look at my list of cards here. A lot of bad things.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a card, any card. Let it decide your fate. How you feeling, big man? Feeling lucky?
Don't leave us hanging.
The smallest one is this. I'll send this to you.
Okay. Smallest card is an 8 of hearts. What does that mean to you, Corporal Holder?
Relationships, emotions, connection.
Mm-hmm.
I stated before that I no longer recognize rank.
Right.
It is now as well extremely hard for me, given the mixture of what we've worked with, to recognize enemy as well. As long as we are
Interesting.
alive, we are one. As long as we
Interesting.
fight for the living.
Interesting.
Can you have that revelation after you kill the bird?
I'm talking to the bird.
Hard for you to recognize.
I'm having a one-on-one with the bird.
Oh, that got me hard. Oh my god. Fucking tension was a goddamn suspension bridge cable that Jordan just.
God. You guys are the best.
Fuck, man.
Goddamn. All right. You, bird in hand, one hand over its beak, looking it dead in the eyes, and you see that glimmer of intelligence. And, do you allow it to respond, is my question? I say this saying, like, you won this role, so, like, I'm gonna say it's not gonna, like, try to, like, alert people or anything. What do you do?
I'll allow it to respond.
Okay. You release its beak a little bit, and it kind of, like, it sort of, like, wriggles a little bit in your hand. You feel its wings struggling against your grasp, and it doesn't say anything. It bites at it bites your fingers, and it flies away.
Towards Fink or away from Fink?
Away. Up towards the surface. Now. Lance Corporal Broden.
You're welcome.
The chef was cooking. All right, Ramsey, I got you.
Lance Corporal Broden, you are in an oppressive darkness heading down a corridor, and Well, I guess I'll give you the opportunity. What are you looking for? What are you looking to do?
Moving very slowly,
Mm-hmm.
carefully, straining to hear anything. But if it's... Yeah, I guess I truly believe that if he'll stop at some point if he thinks he can't, if this is going nowhere, he might have to try the other passage, but he's really just trying to like see if this does open up anywhere at any point and it's just a long bit of darkness.
Okay. You're straining to hear things. How about you roll me an investigation roll?
I'd be thrilled to.
Mm-hmm. Just
All right.
the more the better.
Yeah, 4 dice, keeping 1 in the chamber.
Okay.
2 successes, reroll 2.
Nice. Solid.
4 successes.
Okay, on my end, that second dice like rolled and it stopped
And I saw it. Yeah,
right
no,
on the corner.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Give us a moment.
Huh?
Reroll 4.
The fuck is a stalking shadow?
Roll 4.
Oh! Oh! Oh shit! Oh!
You don't quite manage to notice it until you feel a gentle pressure around your throat and then your chest as something begins to squeeze against you. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything, but you feel it. There is something else in this darkness with you, and it has found you. I think with that, that's where we're gonna leave it
Oh fuck.
for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I've had a wonderful time, and we will find out exactly what happens next time. All right. Thank you.